Now we shall look at EIA. EIA stands for Environmental Impact Assessment. For all development projects, whether government or private, the Ministry of Environment and Forest (MOEF) requires an impact assessment done by a competent organization. EIA, Environmental Impact Assessment, does this work. For example, I can give you now Kaiga plant, nuclear power plant. That is a government plant actually. They want to go for extension. They have got 4 plants of 210 megawatt now. Now they are going for 650 megawatt, 2 new plants. For that they had a EIA, Environmental Impact Assessment. Even any other industry, private industry also, they want to go for expansion or come out with a new project. Then the environmental impact assessment has to be undertaken, and it is taken care by the MOEF, Ministry of Environment and Forest. EIAs are expected to indicate what the likely impacts would be if the project is passed. Like now, let us take the Kaiga nuclear power plant only. So what will happen if the project is passed, once it comes to commissioning and all? So what will be the pollutants and what will be its impact on the environment? The EIA must look into physical, biological and social parameters. So all the parameters, whether it is physical parameter, biological or social parameters, also has to be taken. Means the local villagers, they will be affected also. So that also has to be taken care of. The EIA must define what impact it would have on water, soil and air. So we have got this Water Act, Air Act and all. So what will be the impact? So what will be the discharge on the water discharges, what will be the emissions, stack emissions to the chimney and all, that has to be seen. It as well requires that the account on flora and fauna particular in the arena is accurate, and to specify if there are any endangered breed whose abode or activity may be abnormally affected. See, every area, like now we are in Uttar Kannada district, that has got its own flora and fauna, okay, wild plants and animals, one thing. And it may also have some endangered breeds, some animals specific to that particular area. Okay, so this should EIA will also define whether it is having any impact on this endangered species and the flora and fauna of that particular area. The Ministry of Environment and Forest has identified large number of projects that need clearance on environmental grounds. After the Environmental Protection Act of 1986 was passed, an EIA to get an environmental clearance for a project is mandatory. So whenever any new project is coming, whether it is government or private, you need to come out with a EIA to understand the impact on water, air and soil, also the wildlife and plants. So now EIA to get an environmental clearance for a project is mandatory. So to get a clearance from the environment department, then EIA is required. Only when the impact is known, then they will give the clearance for by the environmental department. To get an environmental clearance, the proposer of the undertaking is expected to apply to the State Pollution Control Board. The Pollution Control Board examines and confirms that the EIA can be initiated. The agency that does the assessment submits the report to the proposer. The report is forwarded to the Ministry of Environment and Forest, which is the impact assessment authority and grants the project clearance. So these clearances for all these factories, all this, like I was telling, now suppose even Grasim Industries, they want to go for expansion and they have put a new phosphate plant. So for that also they have got a environmental impact assessment. Okay. And sometimes they will have even public hearings also. So they will call all the people, they will publish in the newspaper, they will call the people and they will hear any objections are there by the people. And also they will analyze the impact on the land, water, air, wildlife, animals, plants in that area. So the person who wants to set up like Nuclear Power Corporation of India, they want to go for the 5th and 6th unit. So they will apply to the State Pollution Control Board, and then Pollution Control Board will confirms that, and the EIA environmental impact assessment can be initiated. And there will be an agency which undertakes this work and gives the report to the proposer, and this report is forwarded to the Ministry of Environment and Forest, and that will give the clearance for the project. So this is about the EIA. Okay, thank you.